Guys, what's up, guys? Breaking in, man. Breaking in. Listen, we're getting it to you now before the other bullshit, RW, whatever the fuck, and double B, whatever. Guys, whether you want to believe me or not, we have the audio. Sergeant Vidler has been suspended and has been put on a position without pay. Per the investigation that's going on and currently in reference to what happened the other day, as well as multiple cases that are going on with the whole overall ball of wax. Corporal Ramsey is also being investigated at the same time by the Internal Affairs. In fact, you'll hear the audio. I didn't call Internal Affairs. In fact, the captain of Internal Affairs Division called me personally today to advise me that they want to go ahead and start a investigation in the process of that. My office is always recorded, so.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
What's up, Captain?
The reason I'm calling you is Ashley Strange, Lieutenant Strange.
Yes, Captain.
She's the Sheriff Mina's staff director.
Yes, sir.
She's reached out to me and said that we actually just got the phone with your lawyer as well. Mm-hmm. If you would like to come down to professional standards and make your complaint, we've started an internal investigation into Sergeant Vidler and Corporal Ramsey, and I understand that you have some either testimony or evidence that you want to present to us.
Yes, Captain.
If you'd like to come.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I believe that's something that my lawyer needs to work out. As much as I would love to come down and just talk like I have before, okay. You have to take my words in caution, Captain. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but the last time I did that, not only was the evidence lost but misplaced, but also Sergeant Vidler then used that as a chance to, make more bullshit stories up, which I'll be happy to explain. So I have to have my lawyer present, and of course everything's going to have to be recorded.
All our stuff is always recorded.
Okay.
Any interviews that we do is recorded, and certainly you're welcome to bring your lawyer with you.
Okay.
And yeah, if you want to work that out with your lawyer, that's going to be assigned to a sergeant down in my office. His name is Sergeant Justin Wall, W-A-L-L.
Okay.
It's going to be the person that you would be reaching out to. If you can come down today, great. If you can't, just at your earliest convenience. We obviously have a time limit on how long these cases take to investigate.
Sure.
Or else we cannot give discipline. So I would encourage you to come down at your earliest convenience.
I understand that. I will text my lawyer.
If you want to bring your lawyer, certainly welcome to do that. And just as far as you're saying that evidence has been lost here, I've been the captain here for 2 years. I don't know of any evidence that we've ever lost or of any complaint that you've made where we've lost any evidence. Now, I'm not saying that evidence hasn't been lost. I'm just saying nothing in my office has been lost, I know.
Captain, I can assure you.
Very seriously, and I would assure you that whatever we do will be done within law and by policy. That's how we operate in this office.
Roger, Captain. I can assure you that I know for a fact an attorney hand-delivered and signed off video evidence of Sergeant Vidler breaking into my office, and also multiple things on that data stick was hours of video. And I can assure you that video was turned over because an attorney actually handed it over to a sergeant.
I'm just letting you know that we are conducting an internal investigation into Vidler and Ramsey regarding your arrest the other day. And I think that your testimony is going to be very beneficial to what we're trying to investigate. And just at your earliest convenience, if you can come down here and speak to Sergeant Wall, that would be a very big help for us.
Yes, Captain, I sure will.
Okay, thanks, Mr. DeWitte.
Thank you. You have a good day. Be safe.
All right, you as well. Bye-bye.
Bye. In fact, you heard me tell the lieutenant the other day that I didn't even want to waste Internal Affairs time or mine because we already know what happens. And then in fact, they want my attorney there as well. Actually, they wanted me to come in without my attorney, but I would never do that at this point, being the fact that the last time I went in without my attorney because I thought I wasn't doing anything wrong, they edited the video and they edited the audio, and all of a sudden now I'm looking at multiple charges. And we're going to record everything during that meeting, and we will get it out. At this point, there is no such thing as privacy or belief of privacy or the idea of privacy in reference to this case. You guys have ruined my fucking life with all the lies you've told. You guys have edited all the videos and made shit up. We even have the public records request from Windermere Police Department just recently. And we also have the public records request from the Orange County Sheriff's Office Department just recently, stating that certain people never put in a public records request, which is crazy because there was videos for months of videos that have been altered on the internet about me, showing false things about me for months, almost a year before the first real legitimate public records request was put in. So does anyone else know what that means? That means that the people in charge of this investigation, knowing that the investigation wasn't going so well and or the case wasn't as well as they thought it was, they knew that they needed to go ahead and get me found guilty by public opinion instead of by courts. So they got those videos to certain places on the internet without a physical public records request being done by those companies. And then they went ahead and edited those videos and aired them. And I can assure you that once we get everything done, we'll be correcting that situation. My fucking fans, my mini motors, you guys are paying a fucking attention. You guys are paying attention, and I appreciate it. And I say all the time, you should quit your jobs and come here and get a job at the public or at the prosecutor's office here in Orange County. But you guys are paying attention, and many of you have said, how is it even possible in our department or our fire station, our police department, it's illegal for them to even release videos of an ongoing investigation when it hasn't even been finalized in court? And that's one of the things that I'm sure Florida might be a little different on that, because Florida is so open and so vast on that. However, I've been advised many times by other people as well that we haven't even been to court. It's an ongoing investigation. The cases are still being investigated, looked into. So how would those videos actually be on the internet? But we won't get too far off the topic, because we have a video that's on the internet that we didn't have to do a public records request for, because it came from my body camera as I was being dragged a few feet down the highway. And I heard some of you fuckers talking shit in your comments. Oh, you weren't dragged. You weren't dragged. Motherfucker, do you not see the motorcycle? Take a tape measure. Yeah, I only get dragged a few feet. I never said he dragged me down to Altamont Springs from the traffic stop. What I said was he dragged me a few feet while yanking my helmet off. I mean, you saw the video from public when we went to property release, and you see the helmet's damaged from being dragged. What you need to do now is take a step back. Everything you know across the board. Take a step back. Take what you know now. Take what you've seen now. I didn't set that up. I wasn't waiting for me on I-4 to come onto I-4 from OBT. I wasn't sitting there waiting in the shadows. I wasn't behind a bush waving at other officers. I wasn't sitting on I-4 waiting for us to get on and then followed me for almost 3.5, almost 4 miles before making a traffic stop, because they were waiting for a reason to pull me over and never had one, because we used our blinkers and we weren't speeding, and an aggressive driving unit wouldn't have a reason to pull us over for simple traffic. They waited for a reason. They followed for 4.5 miles. So take what you know now and spread that across all of the cases. And really step back and say to yourself, now, has this been altered? Has this been changed? Has this storyline not been told exactly the way it should be? Why did Windermere Police Department change their statements 2 weeks after they wrote the first statements? Why did the off-duty deputy that hit me with his truck and then flee the scene not get arrested because Vidler took over that case? Why did he write a statement, turn it over to OPD, which then was taken into possession from Sergeant Vidler, and then Sergeant Vidler rewrote his own narrative for the charging affidavits, and then Deputy Mahoney and his wife changed their statements a week after that? How is that possible that because of who I am from 2005, that we can change statements. We can take audio statements, we can take video statements, we can take written statements and change them weeks later. So again, take what you know now and spread it across all of the cases. Not just this, not just being dragged down the highway at gunpoint, but a lot of you have said it and you see it. He was waiting to shoot me for any reason he could. Thank God I was smart enough to know not to reach for my weapon, to try to explain to somebody who's had not only one or two, but 10 or 15 interactions with me, traffic stops, incidents, criminal activities, interviews at my office where I was wearing my weapon, and at no time did he ever say that it was a firearm. Blue Jacket Park is a very good example. He even says in the video, go back and watch it. He even says in the video, you're not under arrest, Jeremy. I know that's pepperball. So, take what you know now.
And it's because, you'll see in a second, what I'm going to try to do is have you to where your arm is kind of resting, like how you have that arm resting on the table.
Okay. You got that on video, right? He touched my breast.
Now, if this slides a little bit, that's okay. Okay. And yeah, I'm gonna have to adjust some stuff on that side because I don't want to squeeze to make sure that the pressure is even throughout the cuff. Not like trying to feel your bicep.
Hey, just feeling my breast, so I hate.
Right. I'm just looking for any excuse. Right?
Yeah, right.
All right, arm over. Perfect.
I told that to one of the arresting officers because he's been giving me tickets for 10 years. I said, you finally got to touch me while you were patting me down. You finally got to touch me, huh?
3 and not 8.
Okay.
Okay, so you're at the number 5. Even though you did write the number, and I watched you write it, right?
Mm-hmm.
What with this number, I want you to lie to me.
Okay.
I want you to tell me no when I ask you, did you write the number 5?
Okay.
All the other numbers here, you're going to tell me the truth. You didn't write them. The answer is right here. No. All the way down. Okay. So the question will be, did you write the number 2? You're going to say
no.
Did you write the number 3?
No.
Did you write number 4?
No.
Did you write number 5?
No.
Good. Did you write number 6?
No.
Did you write number 7?
No.
Good. This allows me to get a baseline of your physiological reactions. Allows me to make sure that you are a capable reactor, responder. And the reason why I do this is so that way you have you have something to focus on.
Sure.
And 2, you can see that the answer is right there. Okay. I still occasionally will get people that will not
tell the truth. That's good.
They'll still go, oh, no, I wrote it. I'm like, yeah, I know you did. Your body's physiology is constantly changing.
Okay.
So I'm going to have to be making a lot of adjustments as we go along. Sometimes I'll have to make a lot. Sometimes I won't have to make many at all.
Okay.
But I will be constantly trying to get it to where I need it to be on the screen, so that way I can score everything.
Sure.
And again, there's about a 30-second gap between each exam. That's normal. I'm going through and quickly looking at everything and trying to get an idea of where you're at. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. It's going to actually be very super tight at first. Please remain still. The test is about to begin. Regarding the number you wrote, did you write the number 2?
No.
Did you write the number 3?
No.
Did you write the number 4?
No.
Did you write the number 5?
No.
Did you write the number 6?
No.
Did you write the number 7?
No.
Test is complete. Please remain still while I take the instrument out of operation. You're a sweater.
Oh.
Not as in the sweater, but a sweater as in you sweat.
Mm-hmm.
And since you're right behind me, if you want to take a look real quick, notice the complex reaction that he gives here. Like when he goes and he answers the question, he has a very high increase in sweat gland activity, and it continues for several seconds. Difference between this and say this one over here on the left, I know it's different colors and it's all jumbled together. This is an initial reaction, but then he kind of starts coming down from it. Mm-hmm. And then some other outside force or factor or variable, whatever you want to call it, is obviously affecting right here, whether it be a thought or something that he had after. The reason why I can tell the difference between one that is a continuous one is because it maintains and stays that way, right? You have like a good 8-second reaction to your sweat, through your sweat glands. You also had a big increase in your blood pressure too. Pretty heavy increase of blood pressure too.
Yeah, they say I'm triple digit over triple digit
lately,
so.
Well, probably because of
everything that's going on.
Yeah, everything going on right now, yeah. Alright, so that's our sim test, so everything is working just fine. You're a human, congratulations. Please remain still, the test is about to begin. Is this the month of February?
Yes.
Regarding the allegations against you, do you intend to answer each question truthfully?
Yes.
Are you convinced that I will not ask you a surprise question on this test?
Yes.
Have you ever lied to loved ones?
No.
Have you ever knowingly misused or given funeral escort rights to appear as someone empowered by law enforcement?
No.
Have you ever lied about your finances?
No.
During the course of your duties, have you knowingly used authority exclusively given to law enforcement officers?
No.
Are you afraid that I will ask a question on the test that we have not talked about?
No.
Have you ever lied to make yourself look better?
No.
Have you falsely presented yourself to a citizen as someone empowered by law enforcement?
No.
Please remain still while I take the instrument out of operation. This portion of the test is over. Alright, round 3?
Yep.
Alright. Please remain still. The test is about to begin. Is this the month of February?
Yes.
Regarding the allegations against you, do you intend to answer each question truthfully?
Yes.
Are you convinced that I will not ask you a surprise question on this test?
Yes.
Have you ever lied about your finances?
No.
During the course of your duties, have you knowingly used authority exclusively given to law enforcement?
No.
Have you ever lied to make yourself look better?
No.
Have you falsely presented yourself to a citizen as someone empowered by law enforcement?
No.
Are you afraid that I'll ask a question on the test that we have not talked about?
No.
Have you ever lied to loved ones?
No.
Have you ever knowingly misused your given funeral escort rights to appear as someone empowered by law enforcement?
No.
Please remain still while I take the instrument out of operation. This portion of the test is over. Alright, gonna get really tight. Okay, please remain still. The test is about to begin. Is this the month of February?
Yes.
Regarding the allegations against you, do you intend to answer each question truthfully?
Yes.
Are you convinced that I will not ask you a surprise question on this test?
Yes.
Have you ever lied to loved ones?
No.
Have you ever knowingly misused your given funeral escort rights to appear as someone empowered by law enforcement? Have you ever lied about your finances?
No.
During the course of your duties, have you knowingly used authority exclusively given to law enforcement officers?
No.
Are you afraid that I'll ask a question on the test that we have not talked about?
No.
Are you in Florida?
Yes.
Have you ever lied to make yourself look better?
No.
Have you falsely presented yourself to a citizen as someone empowered by law enforcement?
No.
Please remain still while I take the instrument out of operation. This portion of the test is over. Have you falsely presented yourself to a citizen as someone empowered by law enforcement? Pass. That question is pretty straightforward.
Right.
And it clarifies, have you falsely presented yourself?
Right.
Pass, no problem. During the course of your duties, have you knowingly used authority exclusively given to a law enforcement officer? I'm going to say that again. During the course of your duties, have you knowingly used authority exclusively given to law enforcement officers? I don't like that question.
Yeah.
Every time we said it, the more I thought about it, it basically can be construed as, during the course of your duties, have you used law enforcement officer authority? Well, per statute, like you're saying,
I'm able to direct traffic.
I get what he's trying to do there.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to say, have you knowingly used, like, outside, you know,
Right,
law
like
enforcement...
pulled somebody over or use red blue lights.
Right.
Right.
The problem with that question is it goes into a portion that it's not worded great. It leaves too much to the imagination. If you get asked more than 3 times, it doesn't mean you failed. It just means you're getting more data.
Right.
What he basically was implying is, well, I just want to get more evidence against you. That's,
Right.
for lack of a better word, it's bullshit. You don't do that to people because then you set them up to fail. So the second that he asks you that 4th time, you're going to go, oh my God.
No.
It's not a science, and it never will be a science. I would say that you would pass. I would gladly say that. So, you know, I am technically a court-certified expert witness, so I could testify at any time in court. Fuck Dr. Phil. You can believe whatever he wants. Those people on the internet, who cares?
Right.
They just want to be angry. I think we said this the other day. They just want to be angry.
Right.
They want something to hate on.
What's up, guys? I'm just hitting you up after my poly. Didn't want to get into it too much before I went in. Didn't want to get my blood pressure up and stuff. But I don't know about you, but I mean, I can see my face and I know what time it is. So, but we're going to get it on the internet so you guys can see it on YouTube. But I passed that shit. Hook, line, and sinker, flying colors, whatever you want to call it. Easy, not a problem. And we even have some audio that we're gonna get up. Not too much because we don't want to put this guy on Front Street because all you fucking piece of shit trolls. But man, he even said that, you know, flying into another state, doing all the videotaping before and stuff, you shouldn't have been doing the polygraph for at least a week, on and on. Plus, they word it, and I'm going to say it because you won't see this until probably after Dr. Phil, but they word it as deception. But deception and inconclusive for polygraph examiners is the exact same definition. So, inconclusive is what they should have said, but because it's Dr. Phil and they want ratings, they put deceptive to make it look worse. But I never lied and I never misrepresented the facts, and I actually passed the exam. The issue is probably more than likely on the California one, I have inconclusive readings because of my blood pressure and the environment that I was in. But in no way, shape, or form was I lying or giving false information. Deceptive and inconclusive is the exact same definition for a polygrapher when they're doing a polygraph. So, and he said the same thing, and you'll hear the audio. He's just as much as a professional, worked for the sheriff's office for many, many years doing polygraphs, licensed by the polygraph companies and throughout the United States, you know, whatever they have, the association. So ultimately the same background as the other gentleman. Again, the other gentleman probably didn't say deceptive. He'd probably say it was inconclusive, because there's either passing, inconclusive, or lying. And
Inconclusive is also labeled as deceptive because that's the same definition for a polygrapher, because they can't verify if it's telling the truth or if it's a lie. It's inconclusive or deceptive because there's no true answer. And more than likely, as you'll hear him say in the audio, he probably said it was inconclusive because most polygraphers will say it's inconclusive. But for Hollywood and for ratings, they listed it as deceptive. I know I passed, so that's all that fucking matters at the end of the day. All the haters that will talk all this shit that they want to talk after they see Dr. Phil can suck my and go fuck themselves. But at the end of the day, I know for a fact I passed that shit flying colors, and there was no misunderstanding that I've never misrepresented myself as a law enforcement officer on a funeral escort. And that's very clear because he'll even go over the answers that we gave, and he'll even go over the one question that's very clear. I never lied about representing myself as a law enforcement officer on a funeral escort. The rest of you can go fuck yourself with your boyfriend Vidler and his girlfriend Ramsey. Anyways, love you guys. Hope you enjoy it. I hope I get more subscribers now. I'm a little talking shit now, being the fact I passed that shit. Talk to you fucking guys later. Motor One's rolling.